What I'm going to do tonight is craft with this little chair. It's tiny. Well, it's not super tiny, but it's little. I don't know what it's from. It looks like a doll chair. I got this, I think I got this on our Canton trip. Okay, so somebody painted this. It was yellow at one point. I've already kind of started painting it. I'm going to paint it black. Then they painted over the yellow with this gray color, but it is a matte finish, so I'm going to be able to paint this pretty easily. You're tired of basketball. Well, I'm going to paint this, set it to the side, and then do something else too while I'm waiting for it to dry. So like I said, I'm going to paint this black because it is going to be a little primitive chair this evening. Susie, this is actually, my hair is naturally wavy, and so I was trying to just wear it naturally. So it's kind of like hair that is, it's not curly, like totally curly. It is pretty curly though. I can get it pretty curly. But it's more like wavy where you got straight pieces too. So, hey Jennifer. I did get a head start on painting this because the whole underside was yellow. You can see how the bottoms of the legs are yellow. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and paint that black to get it out of the way. It is a nice little wooden chair. So I think I'll be able to sand it okay. Hey Melissa. Welcome you guys. So we had a big storm again last night. Thankfully, not like tornado weather. We've had enough of that around here. But it stormed pretty good. Oh, you guys must be sports fans. I don't watch too much sports. I think I'm finally out of this black paint. I'm gonna switch. It's really hard for me. Most of the time I use the flat iron and straighten it. And I rarely ever wear it like this because if it's like humid or anything, I tell you what, it just turns into a puff ball. So, oh no, it's snowing in Michigan. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Aren't you over it? Aren't you over that already? I hope we don't get any more snow. I wouldn't doubt it though. You never can tell here in the Midwest, you know. And work on the next part. All right, so you guys can see it. Just a nice little wooden chair. Let me stick it over here. I'm going to take the inside of a toilet paper roll here, okay? You can also use, I have the paper towel roll as well, but this will be the perfect size. So I'm gonna use this. Get some scissors over here. And I'm going to cut this. We're gonna make a candle out of this. Little faux candle. So I'm just gonna cut about that much of the little roll off. I do have a little bit of a lag. That's just the way it is. That's why I even go live 2 minutes early, not even for just events. I do it anyways because there is a lag. Okay, let me try to get this a little bit more even. So we're gonna make a faux candle out of this. All right, so I'm gonna need, I might have made it too, I think it'll work. I'm gonna take and make 2 little cutouts. I need to fill in parts of my candle here, and I probably got this too thin. I needed to make this piece a little bit wider, but it's okay. It'll work out. So I'm just gonna cut this out. We're just playing around, see how this will work out. Thanks for sprinkling, Tracy. Appreciate it. Okay, so I do have my glue tool plugged in. I didn't forget it. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stick this in the bottom. Make sure it fits okay. And then I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue in here. We're just crafting with trash. Just crafting with some trash. I really think it's going to turn out cute though. I'm going to stick that in there. Okay. I'll come back and glue it better in a minute. So I have like little bottom in my little candle. Oh, thank you, Joan. I appreciate it. Hey, Sandy. Thank you. Thanks, my friend. Okay, so what I'm going to do. Oh, thanks, Tony Chow. You're so sweet. I'm going to take some paper towel and I'm going to shove it down inside this. I'm going to take two pieces, of these size. They seem to work the right way. I can't even talk tonight. Okay, that's what I need. So I'm going to just use that as a filler. And then I'm going to take a tea light. What I'm going to do is I have a tea light and it's going to sit in the top of this and it's going to make a candle once we're finished with it. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to put some, oops, the bottom of it popped out. I'll fix it though. I'm going to put some more glue inside here. Oops. Hey, Janie, thank you. You're so sweet. I'm going to put the other little round piece in there. I gotta let that glue set up just a bit. It's a clever idea. Honestly, I don't know if anybody's ever done this. I'm sure somebody has probably done this. I thought of this earlier, or actually I thought of it yesterday. And there's got to be somebody somewhere who's done something like this. But I made one earlier for the sake of time because I'll show you what I'm doing with this one. But it has to have time to dry. So I do have one ready to go. Just got to glue this together. And by the time I have it all finished, all this glue will be hidden and stuff. Fun times, right? Hey, Angie, welcome. How much did I cut off? Probably about maybe 1.5 inches. I would cut off like 2 inches though. Leah's made some. Hey, Leah. I know you were here just a minute ago because we were talking. Okay. So I don't want it to be lopsided though. It's going to fit in there like that. Tracy Campbell's made some. I need to see her video. Okay. So I'm going to set this to the side and let that glue set up, and I'm going to get some burnt umber paint here, and I'm going to paint my tea light. Hey, Lisa, thank you. It's my sister, Lisa. She has really curly hair. So I'm painting it burnt umber because it's bright white, and this will help me to be able to put I'm going to put cinnamon on it, and this will help me with that. And I'm starting to get hot. I am going to eventually turn on a fan down here. Hey, Lori, welcome. And Lovett's Garden, welcome. Just going to give it a coat of burnt umber. And then I'm going to set that to the side and go back over here to this. And I'm also going to paint this with some burnt umber. Get these scraps out of my way. Hey, Angie, thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Hey, welcome, Christy. I'm going to use some of those pips you sent me. I'm going to use pip berries, and I got some of the ones out that you had sent to me for that. Just covering this with some burnt umber, and I don't remember if I did the inside of the other one. Yeah, I did. Okay, so I'm going to paint down on the inside too. I need a little bit more paint. So you're probably thinking, great, now I got to save all the toilet paper rolls, right? It's a struggle. I had my husband saving them for a long time, and I finally was like, stop it. I don't need that many. We have to throw away the trash. All right. Paint on the inside. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just didn't want it to be a brighter color than the outside. Are you laughing about saving the trash? There's such a delay that I'm like, what did I even say, or what's going on? Okay, let me stick that to the side. Break my fingers off. Dry this a little bit. So we have these painted. See, it's already coming together, but we're not done. I'm going to now get my cinnamon over here. I'm gonna open up the cinnamon. I told my husband to save some veggie cans and some jars. He said next you'll want to save the toilet paper rolls. Well, that time is here. That's right. He's gonna love this, won't he? He's gonna love it. All right, I need, okay, so I put some Mod Podge over here. I'm gonna use the Mod Podge because it dries better than the Coffee Podge. Excuse me. When doing this, I have that whole thing of clear Coffee Podge. It looks like this, but I actually tried it and it was taking too long to dry. Hey Donna, that's the way it is, excuse me. That's the way it is in Indiana too. Our weather is crazy. It was pretty but windy. It's been like that too here. Okay, so I did just put some Mod Podge in this little container. So what I'm gonna do, just put some Mod Podge on my candle. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some cinnamon. And then I'm gonna go right back over it with more Mod Podge. And if it starts looking clumpy, that's perfect because that's what I want. I kind of want it to look clumpy. I save the applesauce containers. I save oat contain like the oatmeal containers. The grits container gets saved. We love grits. And just containers like that. I crafted with that cocoa powder container. Not sure where it went. So yeah, I keep weird containers. I have my eye on the baking powder container. It's getting, I'm gonna do something with it. Okay, so I've just covered that, and that's pretty good. And I'm just gonna stick it over here to the side so it can be drying. And then I'm gonna do the bottom of our candle here. It's not gonna look like a toilet paper roll once it's finished. So I'm gonna do the same with this. Just brush on some Mod Podge, sprinkle the cinnamon. I have some old canning jars with the glass lids that I don't know what to do with. Oh, put stuff in them. You could fill them with the rag balls. You could put marbles in them. I have an old canning jar with marbles in it, and I love to do the rag balls. See? I might fall out of my chair, you guys. This was just a pasta jar. This was more trash. But see, I just made the rag balls to go inside of it. And I did this, the lid is just made with this same cinnamon mixture. That's all that I did for the lid. But that's an idea. Fill your old canning jars with the glass lids. Fill them up with some homespun rag balls. They look really cute. Or something like that, you know. You could think of something to put in them. I have one that has old toys, like old vintage toys in it. That's pretty cool too. So you just continue to do this until you're satisfied with how it looks, and it'll look a lot cooler when it's dry. Buttons, yeah, that's another idea. Put buttons. When I decided to make this, I wanted to, of course, this is going to be like a little prim candle holder, and we're going to use our little candle, which I have right here. I think I already showed it to you guys. Maybe. Nope. This is what it looks like. This is the one that's done. And you can turn on your little tea light. And that way, you can use a tea light in it, and it's a taller candle. And isn't it adorable? I think it's so cute. So save all your toilet paper rolls from now to, you know, infinity and beyond. And that way you can turn your tea light on and off, put your tea light back in it, and it still is like a cute little prim candle. I'm going to turn it off though for now. Hey Becca, welcome. Okay, so let me stick that to the side. But my plan was, I had like a little pie pan, like it might have been like a child's pan or something, and I was going to use that, but I can't find it. So I'm going to use this instead. All right, yes, it's like a tuna or a chicken can. If you save your cans and it's a tuna can, make sure that you wash it so it doesn't smell. Trust me, it does not smell. Make sure you wash it out. So we're going to use that, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Oh, there's my lid. Let me stick this lid back on this. I'm going to sand this really quickly. Sand my edges. Hopefully, darn it, it is. Okay, so it's showing some yellow through it, but it might be all right. See how it was painted yellow? I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want it to show up yellow, but I guess we'll see what it looks like. We're just going to sand some of the edges. Somebody painted it yellow before they painted it gray. I was a little bit worried about that. Just gonna sand some of the edges anyways. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just a little bit of sanding. Put stain on the yellow. I might have to if it's too noticeable. It is a little bit bright. I don't know if I could kind of sand some of it off though. It might be all right. It's not too bad. It's not. It's really not that bad. We'll see how it looks. Look at this. I'm going to dust this off a little bit. If I think it's too much yellow, what do you guys think? Can you guys see it too much? There's a little bit of yellow shining through, which I'm not really loving. I'm not really loving it, but maybe it'll be all right. I can always go back later. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to go ahead and wax it. I'm going to wax it. I'm just going to use my Minwax paste. The chair came from Canton, the big flea market down there. I found it. It was in somebody's booth down there. So, I had been looking for a little chair, and I found one. I don't know that I'll ever be able to find another one, so yeah, I think the yellow will be okay. It's a little bit, but it's all right. I am going to wax this though, because I'm going to glue this, or glue and probably nail this little can to it in a minute. I don't have anything else to put up there, so we're going to go with the can. If I don't like it, I can always take it off. So I'm just waxing it to just kind of clean it up a little bit and stuff. You'd go over it with something that makes it look used. We'll see what it looks like in the end. I may or may not. The yellow might grow on me a little bit. Something I could do, I could put a few yellow pips. I have some yellow pip berries. So we'll just see. I might add some yellow in with it. All right. Okay. So we got it waxed. I'm going to set it back to the side. There's a little chair. I don't think it looks too bad. Looks pretty good. And I'm going to paint this now. I'm not going to paint it, I'm not going to paint it black. I'm going to try to mimic. I've already painted it white. I had it primed and I painted it white already. So I'm going to use some black paint and I'm going to try to mimic some enamel wear, kind of. I'll use a little bit of black paint. And I'll probably need another paper towel over here, because I'll probably make a mess. It would look good with the yellow pips. You love pip berries too, Karen? I do too. I don't think they'll ever get old. I need a little brush. I need something small. I'm so used to using those little eyeliner brushes now that my little brushes are lost over here. That's not small enough. This won't work. Okay, I'm going to start with this one though. What I'm going to do is use a little bit of black paint. You love yellow, Bonnie? I'm going to paint around the very top of this can. Just going to paint it black all the way around. Just trying to keep it steady so I'm right on that little ring. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Where is Round Top? What are we talking about? I don't even know that I've heard of Round Top. Is that someplace in Texas? You guys tell me what you're... Oh, okay, Texas. So we are talking about Texas. We went down to Canton last, gosh, when was that? That was last fall, in the fall. That was fun. Thank you, Melissa. That's very sweet of you. Okay, so I just painted the top of my can. And I'm not done with it. I'm gonna work on it still. It's gonna dry this. Then I'm gonna take some water, a little bit of water here, because I want to water down this black paint a little bit. I'm gonna sprinkle it. I'm gonna practice over here first. I need a little bit more. I think I need a different brush. Yep, it's not dripping enough. I'm gonna go with one of these. I don't know, Round Top. No, I don't. I don't. Tell me about it. Where is it? You said something about junk gypsies or something. All right, let's see if it'll sprinkle on here. I'm going to try it on the bottom. Okay. So we're going to just sprinkle this on. Put it on the the side here. Oh, that's nice. I'm probably sprinkling it all over my shirt too. Get some more on my brush. Come on. I don't think I have enough. 1.5 hours west of Houston. Sounds like another trip, huh? My sister wants to, she's coming down at the end of May, and she wants to go see the Pioneer Woman stuff in Oklahoma. So our plan is to do that while she's here. Okay, so you guys see what I'm doing. I'm just sprinkling on my little can. Okay, that's all I needed that for. So my can looks like this. You guys see kind of what it looks like. You don't know about round top either. So now I'm going to take my black paint and I'm going to take my little brush and I'm going to paint a few little spots. Okay, so I got to find the back side of my can. You can see a little bit of glue still on it. So I don't want to paint that side. I'm going to use this as the front over here. And I'm going to just paint a few spots randomly to make it look like the enamel has chipped off of my little enamel pots. So see what I'm doing? Just kind of, oops, this way. Just painting on some spots to give it that kind of chipped enamel look. That's what I'm going for. We'll do a couple on the side. Because you know all those old enamel pots get chipped. I didn't have it sprinkled all over me. I lost that. I didn't see that cute comment. Where was that at? I'd have it sprinkled all over me, the ceiling, the walls, and anything else in the vicinity. It does get sprinkled everywhere sometimes. That's why you have to wear your play clothes when you're crafting. Gotta wear your play clothes. So that's gonna be the front. Let's put another one right here. And then I'll put another one on this side over here somewhere. Okay, so see what I'm doing? Just kind of give it the look of an old pot, kind of. Does it look like an old pot? A little bit, kind of, sort of. That's kind of what I was going for. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on my chair. I'm going to set it on my chair. And then I'm going to fix some little florals inside of it and put our candle in it. I'm going to dry this and seal it though. Round Top runs for miles and miles. The spring and fall shows span over a 2 to 3 week period with approximately 100 venues, also known as shows, and over 2,000 dealers. Oh my gosh, how have I never heard of this? How have I never heard of this? I'm going to have to find your comment later and read it. It sounds like it's right up my alley because I go to the 127 sale every year and we absolutely love it. We love to do the 127 sale. It's something that we've done for the past, I don't know, over 10 years now we've been going. Touch up a spot. I love that kind of stuff though. It looks good. You're loving it? Thank you. Just a little idea, you know. How does Round Top compare to Canton? Does anybody know? You're in Texas and have never heard of it. If you've never heard of the 127 sale, that's the world's longest yard sale, and it runs from Michigan. It runs down the 127 corridor that runs from Michigan all the way to Alabama. So it is like nonstop yard selling. It's the greatest thing. It is so much fun. We have so much fun going there. We take the camper and, okay, I'm going to seal it. So I'm just going to seal it with some of this Dura Clear Satin Varnish from Deco Art. That's what I'm going to use. And it will put a little bit of shine on my pot, but that's okay because it's supposed to be an enamel pot. So it's quite all right. This is the same stuff I use to seal my earrings with too, when I paint my earrings. I love this little sealer stuff. Start on the back. I always start on the back of things in case something smears. Looking good. It just puts a little bit of a shine, but not much. Just right. Looks just right to me anyways. Oops. Let me dry that. I love Canton, but I love Round Top better. I'm going to have to look up this Round Top. I'm going to have to. Sounds like something I'm going to have to check out. I'm in Illinois and have heard of Round Top. Chip and Joanna Gaines went there in a couple of their episodes. Now, I did visit the Waco. I did visit the silos. Do they still have the silos down there, or did they close that down? I really have no idea, because I know that was kind of sad, you know, when they stopped their show. That was kind of sad. We went down there several years ago. It's been a long time now. But we had a really good time, and man, their bakery was good. We had a good time. But I learned that you never go on a Monday because all the antique shops in town are closed. So that kind of stunk because we were down there on a Monday. Okay. It kind of looks like an Oreo blizzard. It's looking a little bit like an Oreo blizzard to me. They do have the silos, and I was just there last year. We need to get together and have a shopping retreat. Oh, man. Sounds like a plan, don't it? We would spend way too much money, wouldn't we? I'm going to get this dry enough to put it on my little chair. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. I hope this looks okay, because like I was going to use a little silver pan, and I completely can't find the thing. And I know one day I'll find it, and then it'll be too late. Okay. So, I'm going to put it on our chair, like so. Where's my little tools? I need my little tools. Maybe I'll just glue it on. I was going to tack it on. Maybe I'll just glue it on. I think I can always pop this off if I don't like it. But I think it'll be all right. Just going to stick that right onto my chair. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, you know. But, okay, so we have our little can on our chair. Like that. And our other candle is drying. See how it's drying? So I'll be able to flip it over and do the other part. It takes a little time. That one needs some spots touched up. Okay, so now I'm going to make some little florals to go in it to fill in. I do have an idea that you could use. I have rose hips, but I think this is going to be too deep for the rose hips. So I'm not going to put those in there. I'm going to make a little pip wreath with some little greenery, and then that can fit in there, and I think that'll work. I want my chair to be right off the camera so you guys can, we'll try to like keep it right there. You think it's a cute idea? Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to use my pips, and I'm going to use this. But I had a couple over here that, let's see, I have these I need to use first. And I took these pips apart already, but I'm thinking because it has yellow that I might grab some yellow pips instead and maybe just add some yellow. Hang on a second, let me see. I do have some yellow. It might be a little too bright though. Trying to get them down. All right. So I have these. Might be, I don't know. It might look cute. If I add like yellow with the reds, I kind of like this dark color. So I'm going to take this apart and we'll just see what it looks like. I think I'm done with that varnish. Repurposing the tuna can. Oh, let me show you the others since I have them right here. Look at these. Let me get a drink. Aren't these cute? I made some to put plant starts in, and I sold them in my farm stand. I had like little aloe plants and different things like that. But I put little handles out of jute on the sides. So yeah, you can totally save your tuna and chicken cans and make the cutest little enamel pots. Isn't that cute? And they're so easy to paint. You just paint it the color that you want and then sprinkle on the sprinkles and then just paint you a little flower, you know. And here I did the back. I put some little enamel chips in the back. So here's another one. Just some silly little flowers. They don't have to be perfect. They're definitely not perfect, but they turned out really cute. And then I just sealed it with that varnish. Super cute. Okay, so moving on. Moving on. Let me take this apart. The cat food cans, yeah, that would work. Hey, Deborah. Thanks, Diana. Thanks, Dana. You can't paint flowers? Thank you for sprinkling. Thanks, Patricia. I'm trying to take this apart, because if you pull your pips apart, you have lots of little pips inside them. Here we go. And I don't need a lot. I just need some. Just need a little. Thanks, Teresa. What varnish do I use? It was the Deco Art Duraclear Satin Varnish. It's at Hobby Lobby. It's right where all their little acrylic paints are. It's in that aisle. Let me know if you need me to show that again. The Duraclear Deco Art Satin Varnish. Get some of these yellows out of here. You're from Virginia? Welcome. We lived in North Carolina for a while my husband was stationed down there. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take some of this greenery and I'm going to add the pips. Okay, I got to think how I want to do this, because I want to put both in my little... Okay, just bear with me while I play a little bit and figure it out. It doesn't have to be really big. I think I'm just going to start building it together. And all right, I'm going to use a little bit of this wire. I know the pips are wires anyway, but I want to kind of attach this to the pip. And then I'll add some other make it a little bit thicker as I go. Everybody's stationed here. It's in Norfolk. He was at Fort Bragg when we were in North Carolina. So I am going to just build a little ring here. That's what I'm planning on doing. Let me see. I think 2, if I do like a base with 2 of them, and then just add the greenery on. Twist these together. What greenery is that? This is actually a bush from Hobby Lobby. This one is, it doesn't have a name. It just says floral. That's what it looks like. It's $7.99. That might be a number though on there. Oops. Is that the number that Hobby Lobby gives? I'll try to hold it up to the camera. You guys see that number? It's a pretty cool little bush. I mean, I like it. It says 1220177. 1220177. But there's no name. It doesn't say what kind of bush it is. So I kind of want to make this to just fit inside the can but not be hidden, if that makes any sense. So it can go right around my candle. Okay, so I think that's going to be a good size right there. We're just going to add some more greenery. First time coming on, love the idea. Saw the candle. Did you use cans to create? And is that cinnamon? Missed the beginning. Yeah, actually it is cinnamon. And welcome, Gail. I appreciate you being here. I did. I used cinnamon on the candle. Oops. Let me put it over here. It's just cinnamon and Mod Podge. I did paint it with some burnt umber first, just to give it a little extra coverage. Oh boy. Fun times, right? Want to see how you do this. Mine don't turn out so well. But hopefully this one will turn out, because sometimes mine don't turn out so well either, so it's all trial and error. I've made some really cute ones, and others I've taken apart, so just one of those things. I need some more greenery though. And I don't know if I want to use, yeah, I'm gonna cut this in half. Just keep building it around there. I'm gonna get some more greenery in a second. You think it's gonna look really cute? I hope so. I never got the cool Hobby Lobby bush. I totally missed out on that cool one. Hopefully they bring it back, because if they do, I'm gonna run out and grab one. So I have to go with a not so cool Hobby Lobby bushes. Placing it in the can. You mean the candle? Yep, that's the plan. Does anybody know if they're bringing that back? Is that what you're talking about? You want to see it placed in the can? Everything is figure outable. That's right. That's right. Everything is. We just figure it out as we go. We just figure it out. Just going to keep adding this on here until it looks full. And then we're going to stick it in the can. And then we'll be done. If they ever bring the berry bush, is that what it's called? The berry bush greenery back? You're going to buy 10? I'm going to buy more than one. We'll just say that. But I'll try to not be, I'll try to not buy 10. But I'm going to buy more than one. Yes. That's what I do with most of my greenery stuff, though, is pull it all apart and do stuff with it. Just came in. What's coming back? Well, we're talking about the Hobby Lobby berry bush that everybody loves. Okay, see how I'm just kind of making a little something? I'm just trying to make a little something with it. Let me add, oh, here, I'll use this one again. I'm going to cut it down here close to this other berry so you can't really see where I cut it off. Cut some of this off. Yeah, we're talking about buying like 10 if we go to Hobby Lobby. Definitely we're going to buy more than one. All right. Get on there, you little thing. It's looking skimpy though. I'm going to have to add a little bit more because it's looking too skimpy. And we don't want it to look skimpy. But we're getting there. I use that garland for a lot of my crafts. Probably if you could, it wouldn't be like too shocking if you get it when it's like 40% off. And then it would definitely last a long time for crafts for sure. Okay, I'm gonna add some more greenery. Lost it for a minute there. The one you have is the green draping jasmine leaf. Well, that's not too bad then. I knew it was expensive regular price, but I know they always have the 40% off. So if you wanted to get it for crafting, I think it would be just fine. I thought it was neat to find it free at someone's yard sale. I was like, yeah. I love going to yard sales. It's almost yard sale season again. I'm just having a time with these florals tonight though. So the idea is to make a little candle ring and stick it around. I think I'm almost done. I'm going to add a little bit more to it though, so it's not really skimpy, and then we'll be done. I hope it doesn't look silly with the little pot on there instead of the little silver pan I was going to use. Because you could use like a little, like one of these, okay? This is too small. If this had been a little bit bigger, this would have been perfect, but it's not big enough. See, it's like won't even fit my candle. But a larger one of these would be good. I had thought about using this and pulling off the bottom of it. So you could use something like this. And something like that would work for the rose hips. So I have like these, the rose hips. But it's just not going to work in my little can there. So we're just going to go with the little ring. And I lost my place what I was doing. make a little candle ring. You only buy it when it's 40% off? Yeah, me too. Me too. I only buy the florals there when they're 40% off. I went to Joann Fabrics because they're closing, you know, and I thought we're going to find some good deals. No, I did not find good deals. It was not good deals. But I'll show you what I did find. I did buy some tobacco cloth, but I decided to put the other fabric back because they had a minimum of like 2 or 3 yards, and I just wanted a yard of homespun for crafting. I didn't want to buy 2 or 3 yards, so I put it back because by the time that you spend the money, you could go to Hobby Lobby and get your homespun fabric. I mean, it was not a good deal at Joann's. I was really disappointed. So I don't know what to say about that. All right. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have put that around twice. All right, everybody. I think I'm almost done. Just kind of get these going the same way. It doesn't look too bad. So I just making a little, you can just make your little candle ring that way. Just add some greenery and some pips. Let me see if that one's kind of hanging down a little bit. Let me tuck that in a little bit. Yeah. Well, this was a fun little craft. I think it'll just sit on there just like that. I'll show it to you in a second. But I think I'm going to put a little dab of glue on the bottom of my faux candle here so it won't be moving around. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Clean up the mess so I can show you guys what we got going on here. Thank you guys for being with me this evening. It's been a lot of fun. I know that kind of like goofy over here trying to get this done, but turn on my little light. Put it back in there. There we go. There we have it. What do you guys think? So it was very inexpensive. You know, we have the tuna can, which was washed multiple times. And we have our toilet paper candle. You can take it out to turn your tea light on and off. It's a little bit, we'll finish this one up. But this one is also, well, this one might be not as wonky as the other one. But that was, if you didn't see that part, make sure that you go back and catch the replay so you can see what I did. Am I glitching? Oops, it glitched for a second there. I guess that means it's time to go, right? It's glitching. Thank you, Buttermilk Junction. I appreciate you. Thanks, Tracy and Stephanie. You love how it turned out. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Angie. You have to start saving your cans. Thanks, Marcia. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Joan. Thanks, Tammy. Thank you, Cerise. Thanks, Deborah. Melissa. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks, Penny and Crystal. There's Bobby Joe. Welcome, Sally. Thank you, Teresa and Tina. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so very much. It's been fun. I'll take a picture and post it. I think it turned out okay, and I don't even think I'm going to have to mess with the little bit of yellow that's showing through now that I use the yellow pips. So they did start deleting our live videos. So I'm trying to download them and move them over to YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you can just go to my channel there. I'm Lori at Farmhouse Stencil Shop over on YouTube. And I would love it if you would follow me there as well and help my page grow over there. But that's it, you guys. I hope that you had fun tonight. I appreciate you for being on, and I'm going to get off of here and not keep you any longer. I'm sure there's other crafters on this evening and lots of other fun stuff to watch too. So I appreciate you guys, and have a good night, and I will see you Tuesday morning for early morning stenciling. That's my plan. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye-bye.